Hello everybody, it's time for the game of the week. The Battle of Southfield this evening. The Warriors of Southfield A&T taking on the 9-2 Bradford Academy Bulldogs. A&T wants to contain their guards, look for an unexpected spark, and let loose with their threes. Bradford Academy wants to protect the arc and score in the paint and not force any deep shots. Key players to watch in tonight's matchup. For Southfield A&T, number 21, their big man, Caleb Banks. Shooting guard for the Warriors, number 1, Terrell Humes-Kinzer. And A&T's leading scorer so far this year, number 5, Cameron McEvans. Bulldogs of Bradford Academy, led by seniors this year, including number 32, Steve Smith. And their backcourt duo, number 14, Kenneth Hunter. And their point guard, number 1, Percy Red. The game of the week, the Battle of Southfield, coming up next.
Morning, Gary. We are GetSchooled.com. You want a college education, don't you? Gary, financial aid forms. Biology homework, G. What? Picking a college, man. You and us go together like tacos and Tuesday.
And I love tacos.
All right, here we are, set to tip it off at the home of the Bulldogs, Bradford Academy. Southfield A&T wins the tip, their first possession. Classic old high school barn here at Bradford Academy. Fans are right in on the action. Bradford Academy goes man-to-man. A&T looking for a little penetration and a kick out. Cameron McEvans pulls the trigger with the early three. That's off the mark. Boarded by Bradford Academy, but we've got a foul call. Push off on Steve Smith, number 32. A&T resets. Triple this time is good. Cameron McEvans pulls the trigger and scores. Bradford Academy unable to deal with the pressure from the Warriors. A&T back on the attack. Another triple, nothing but the bottom for Cameron McEvans. Off with his first one. He's on the mark 2 times, 3 times for Cameron McEvans. And A&T jumps out to the quick 6-0 lead here in the first quarter. Fans, remember you can watch Cable 15 anywhere you have internet access. Just go to the City of Southfield website, click on Cable 15, and hit the Cable 15 Live tab. You can watch Cable 15 Live on your mobile device, your tablet, or your computer. It's easy and it's free. Cable 15 Live from the City of Southfield website. Bradford Academy with the quick timeout. Coach D. Burks wants to reset and slow down the mow that Southfield A&T built up with Cameron McEvans back-to-back three-pointers. And another steal off the press. Nearly thrown it away. Cameron McEvans one more time, won't go. Ball is tipped and picked up by the Bulldogs. Southfield A&T press causing 2 early turnovers. And Bradford Academy able to set up in their half court. Mid-range jumper. Percy Red won't go. Offensive board for the Bulldogs. Sends them to the free throw line. Kenneth Hunter took it right into the double team, drew the foul. Bradford Academy might be pressing a little bit here early in the first quarter. A couple of turnovers. And a lane violation this time takes away the free throw. Bradford Academy looking to get it in gear. Southfield A&T walking it up against a three-quarter press by the Bulldogs. Dribble drive knocked out of bounds. A&T basketball underneath. Correction, there's a foul called on that play. No doubt Andre Floyd held as he was driving to the rim. He's at the line for two. Bradford Academy cheerleaders cheering on his first miss. Good on the second, 7-zip for A&T here in the first quarter. Double team results in another turnover. Tried slicing it down the middle. That ball was stolen. Taken full court by Percy Red. He can't finish. Here comes A&T. Little pop from the elbow won't go. Battle for the rebound. Brandon Baldwin came down with it, but it's going back the other way for Percy Red, and he lays it up and in. Bulldogs on the scoreboard. A&T breaks the press. Andre Floyd sends it down low to Baldwin. This time he's able to finish up and in off the glass. Nice drive to the hoop by Kenneth Hunter. He's met by Brandon Baldwin. Prevented the shot. Hunter's back at the free throw line. He'll have two more. Hunter turned on the Jets. This time he's on the mark, gets the free throw. Brandon Baldwin comes out, replaced by sophomore Caleb Banks. Good look at head coach Dee Burks for the Bulldogs. And likewise a good look at head coach for A&T, Daryl Buchanan. Generals pacing the sidelines. A couple of free throws for Kenneth Hunter. Has Bradford Academy back in it, and on the press, Steve Smith playing aggressive D. He's going to pick up the second foul call here in the first quarter. Did not have position established when he jumped in front of Cameron McEvans. Both coaches going with aggressive full court presses. McEvans dribbles in, drives it, shoots it, won't go off the glass, but he draws contact. No doubt about it. Draws a foul from number 15, Romaine McKinney. Referees giving their whistles a workout so far here in the first quarter. Checking in for A&T, number 1, Terrell Humes-Kinzer, replacing Marcus Fuqua. Fans still streaming in for this Southfield matchup. Bradford Academy, a charter school here in Southfield, Michigan. Southfield A&T, flagship high school for Southfield Public Schools. They're nearby rivals. Schools just a couple miles apart. Bradford Academy got it across midcourt and then threw it away. A&T's defense causing some miscommunications and mistakes by the Bulldogs. giving A&T a big advantage in the turnover department. McEvans dribbles right side, drives it, draws contact. Ball is rejected by Kenneth Hunter, so no chance at a three-point play. McEvans shooting two. Looked like Romaine McKinney again with the foul. McEvans money at the free throw line. Bradford Academy's got to be very conscious of their foul situation. They've got a fairly short bench, just 9 players on varsity right now. 7 seniors and 2 juniors. And they cannot afford to get any of those players in foul trouble. McEvans makes both A&T out to a 9-point lead here in the first quarter. Triple try on the way. That's off the mark. Out of bounds, A&T basketball. Bradford Academy looking a little out of sync again. Maybe pressing against their crosstown rivals. Shot is up, shot is in, but an offensive foul call is going to go against A&T. Nice job playing up the contact by the Bradford Academy defender. There was some contact, no question. Terrell Humes redeems himself with a steal. Triple try for McEvans, won't go. Battle for the board. And referee says it was off Caleb Banks. Southfield A&T able to get a lot of good looks here early on. We're midway through the first quarter. Near steal. Bradford Academy breaks it. Nice look down low. Nice bucket by number 5, Cameron Burton. A&T pushing it hard the other way. Tipped by Bradford. It's A&T basketball. Both teams playing aggressive, pressing defense, and just like on the football field, if you go for the interception and miss it, that means somebody else is open, and Bradford found the open man on that last break. Long triple try on the way, no good. Boarded by Cameron Burton, and he's fouled after he comes down with it. Andre Floyd flying in, looking for an offensive board, gets called for the foul. Davion Stewart handling for Bradford Academy. Another steal for A&T on their press. Very successful so far. Terrell Humes-Kinzer pushes it up. Baseline drive, pass underneath. Caleb Banks comes up with it. And the referee says it was off of Banks. A&T looking for a foul call. Percy Red with a swipe. Bradford Academy gets it across. Nice drive, nice score by Davion Stewart. Broke the press, then went give and go and finished nicely. Cameron McEvans with the floater off the rim, no. And here come the Bulldogs looking to carve further into that A&T lead. A running floater from the key by Cameron Burton. He's fouled. He'll be back at the line shooting 2. Bradford Academy finding some momentum here now in the first quarter. 10, Justice Akaburo in the game for the Warriors. Also number 3, Jeremiah Reed. Second free throw goes. And Bradford Academy chipping away. A pop from the free throw line won't go there. Caleb Banks with the board up and no. Scramble underneath, another offensive board, another putback, no. This time Bradford Academy comes up with it, boarded by Kenneth Hunter. Varsity red on top for the Bulldogs. Now Davion Stewart resets their half-court offense. Dribble drive left. Cameron McEvans not looking too pleased with that call. He thought he had all basketball. No question, a little bit of bumping on the way down. Davion Stewart at the line, shooting 2. He can bring the Bulldogs to within 2. Number 3, Charles Johnson in the game for Bradford Academy. No doubt Coach D. Burks is going to use that entire bench. And both free throws good. We got a 2-point game. Bradford switched to a passive press, tied up. Man-to-man defense by Cameron Burton. Manages to get A&T to turn the ball over. And Terrell Humes-Kinzer disagreed with that call to the point of picking up a technical. He thought Bradford had pulled it out. And last extra comment results in a T. That's also a personal foul, of course, for Humes-Kinzer. Davion Stewart at the line shooting the tech. Makes him count. We got a tie ball game with 1:41 to go here in the first. Southfield A&T Warriors had jumped out to a 9-point lead, and the Bulldogs on a 9-0 run to tie it up. Break the press, unfortunately, double dribble violation. Little indecision by Johnson. Wanted to pull the trigger on that 3. Nice save by Floyd down to a driving Caleb Banks, and Banks called for the offensive foul. Second charge drawn by the Bulldogs here in the first quarter. Good position established by Javion Jones of the Bulldogs. And Bradford Academy looking to take the lead. Cross court pass to Johnson, drives it, shoots it, won't go. Scramble underneath, picked up by Bradford Academy. This time Brandon Baldwin there for A&T. He's tied up, jump ball. It's possession Bradford. Hunter sends it in, triple try on the way. That's long and tipped out of bounds by Javion Jones. Bradford Academy putting a little more full court pressure on. Percy Red checks back in for the Bulldogs. Number 11, Dustin Sims in the game for A&T. And that time, Kenneth Hunter reached over the back of Andre Floyd. Correction, that was Justice Akaburo. Foul for the Bulldogs, stops the clock. 1 minute to go here in the first quarter. A&T pushes it up, dribble drive off the glass, no, and another offensive foul called on the Warriors. That time Andre Floyd ran into Kenneth Hunter. Bradford very effective drawing the fouls. Open look for three is good. Bradford Academy out to their first lead of the game, 16-13. And their press leads to another turnover. Number 5, Cameron Burton back in the game for Bradford Academy. Looking to extend their lead here with half a minute to go in the first quarter. Percy Red with the floater won't go. And the ball's tipped out of bounds. A&T basketball, 28 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Javion Jones back in for Bradford Academy. A&T breaks the press. Floater this time. Bradford trying to draw the charge, but Javion Jones called for the blocking call. Little movement, little lean into the driving Jeremiah Reed for A&T. Reed with the high arc free throw is good. A&T had been stuck on 13 for over 3 minutes. That drought is over. Reed looking to cut it to a 1-point lead here. Moving in on the end of the first quarter. Next free throw, no, tipped up. Recovered by Bradford Academy. They'll look for one last shot here in the quarter. No shot, traveling violation called on Davion Stewart. Tough call. A&T under 10 seconds, they'll push it in a hurry. Stolen by Bradford Academy. Percy Red's going to get a look at the buzzer, but it won't go. Bradford Academy storming back after the Warriors had staked a 9-point lead here in the first quarter, led by back-to-back threes by Cameron McEvans. But Bradford Academy stayed tough, kept chipping away. Great defense both ways, leading to a lot of turnovers. And Bradford Academy doing a great job getting 3 charging violations against the Warriors. We'll be right back with second quarter action.
Action!
All set for the second quarter here at Bradford Academy. Back and forth, exciting first quarter of high school basketball action. Warriors jumped out to a big lead, and Bradford Academy got some charging calls and got their composure. Looked like Bradford Academy came out of the gate a little nervous, a little pressing, And they were able to settle down and gain the lead over the Warriors by the time that quarter was over. Early foul here in the second quarter on Bradford Academy. Caleb Banks at the line for the Warriors. Makes the front end of the 1-and-1. Also in the game for A&T. Second free throw no good. Bradford on the board. Nice drive, kiss off the glass by Davion Stewart. Kyrie Wilson handling for A&T, number 14. Hands off to Cameron McEvans. Crossover drive tipped away and stolen by Bradford Academy. Great look driving to the hole, but blocked by Caleb Banks. Here come the Warriors. Hand off to Banks, up and in off the glass. Nice finish by the big man. Good look for number 24 from A&T, finding Banks open. Kick out to the corner. This one's stolen by A&T. Here come the Warriors. Evans drives, kicks it back out for the triple try. No. Percy Red brings it up for Bradford Academy. Off balance shot. He draws contact though. Caleb Banks called for the foul. Tough call on the big man for Southfield A&T. At the line shooting two, Percy Red for the Bulldogs. Crowd gradually picking up, minute by minute. Southfield A&T athletic director in the house, Jason Malloy. Got the captain's chair over in the baseline. Looking for his Warriors to make a comeback. Both free throws good for Percy Red. Once again, Bradford Academy looking like they are settling in. Getting rid of those early game jitters. And playing a smoother brand of basketball since then. Take us into the key to Brandon Baldwin. Makes the difficult left-handed shot off the glass. Double and triple team, not enough. Brandon Baldwin gets it down. Pull it from the elbow won't go. Hunter there on the board. His jumper is good. Second chance basket for the Bulldogs. Brandon Baldwin kicks it out long. Triple try on the way. No. Controlled by Cameron Burton. He'll push it all the way up the floor for Bradford Academy. Won't go, but Kenneth Hunter working hard underneath. It's a couple of offensive boards. Nice job throwing it out into the hands of Anthony Davis for A&T, so it's Bradford basketball. Sneaks it in. Ref said he had not gotten established in bounds before he caught that basketball. Nice ball movement by Bradford. If he had both feet in, he had a nice wide open layup. Bradford settles into a 2-3 zone. Triple from the corner won't go. Tipped up and controlled by A&T. Another jumper from the elbow. This won't go. Scramble for the rebound. Jump ball. A&T had possession coming into this quarter, so it's possession Bradford after the jump ball. A&T goes full court man-to-man. Able to cause several turnovers in the first quarter. Tipped away there. Layup no, but another second chance basket. Kenneth Hunter doing a huge job on the offensive glass. Scores his own putback. Nice little look down low, reverse layup, good. Nice slash by Kyrie Wilson. Three-point lead for Bradford Academy. Tipped away and stolen. Kyrie Wilson doing it at both ends of the floor. Cameron McEvans slices, dishes, gets it back. He'll pull the trigger on three. A little long. Tipped by A&T. Comes down in the hands of Kenneth Hunter. Tremendous nose for the basketball by Kenneth Hunter here in the second quarter. Foul called against the Warriors. That puts Bradford in the penalty. Hunter will be shooting two. Good on the first. Head coach Dee Burks set to send Charles Johnson back in the game for the Bulldogs. Second free throw, no. Pulled down by Baldwin. Cameron McEvans handles. Right side for Wilson. His drive is denied, double teamed, and tied up. Bradford Academy turning up the heat on D. Comeback keyed by several turnovers and 3 charging calls in the first quarter against A&T. Drive all the way to the glass and good. Cameron Burton slicing and dicing. Kisses it off the glass through a double team and gets it to go. Cameron McEvans resets for A&T on top. Penetrates, hands off to Baldwin. His spin move, good. Nice dish from McEvans. A little pressure from A&T, tips it up. Recovered by Bradford. Beautiful finish by Brandon Baldwin on that pass from McEvans. Bradford Academy slowing it down. Running in half court. Nice kick out to an open look for 3, short. And A&T basketball off the miss. Percy Red back in for the Bulldogs. Coach Dee Burks using regular substitutions to try and keep fresh legs on the floor for his team. Terrell Humes-Kinzer back in for A&T. Drove into a double team, looked to kick it out. Nobody there to catch it. Bradford Academy up by 4. Varsity Red comes down with it, draws a triple team, able to find an open man. Three-pointer from the corner, no. Cameron McEvans able to board it. He's bumped out of bounds. Foul called against the Bulldogs. Cameron Burton, number 5, putting a bump on Cameron McEvans, number 5. McEvans at the free throw line for A&T. Head coach Daryl Buchanan calmly assessing things from the sideline. No stress on his face. Number 22, Jordan Crawford in the game for A&T. Free throw, no. Scramble for it. Another scramble on the floor. Bulldogs come up with it, and Coach D. Burks calls a 30-second timeout to avoid the jump ball. Kenneth Hunter hit the floor hard, going after that rebound. Hey fans, you can follow Cable 15 Sports on Twitter. Find out when the next game will be covered, the time the games will air, the scores, the highlights, it's all there at Cable 15 Sports. Since you're already on Twitter, check out Cable 15 Sports Instagram page and see photos of the game. Twitter and Instagram, 2 more ways you can follow the game of the week right here on Cable 15 Sports. Barn here at Bradford Academy. Standing room only. Neighborhood rivals, Bradford Academy Bulldogs, a charter school here in Southfield, Michigan. Southfield A&T, the home of the Warriors, just a couple miles away. Bulldogs walk it up. Get it across midcourt. Set up their half-court offense. A&T in a man-to-man D. Double team there, nearly stolen. Mid-range jumper won't go. Going up high for the board is Andre Floyd, and he is fouled on the way down. A&T in the penalty, he'll go to the free throw line. Minute 12 to go here in the second quarter. Playing huge for the Bulldogs, number 14, Kenneth Hunter. Offensive glass machine here in the first half. Floyd makes his first free throw. Brings the Warriors to within 3. Second one, no. Floyd tried to get his own board, but Bulldogs able to get it across midcourt. Kick out to Davion Stewart. He'll reset. Percy Red hit the floor hard and awkwardly. We got a timeout in the action. Coach D. Burks sees how his point guard is doing.
People think I'm trash, but they're wrong. Today I'm just an aluminum can, but one day I could be a stadium.
All right, here we go after the injury timeout. Hopefully Percy Red not seriously shaken up on that last play. Bradford Academy looking to make some noise. And number 3 lays it up and in. Charles Johnson pushes the Bulldog lead out to 5 points. We're under a minute to go here in the second quarter. Southfield A&T once held a 9-point lead. It's a 14-point differential in favor of the Bulldogs since then. Terrell Humes-Kinzer on the right side sends it back out to Cameron McEvans. We'll just eat a little more clock. Looks like A&T going for the last shot of the first half. And Bradford Academy content to let them wind off those seconds. Andre Floyd's pass tip recovered by McEvans. Under 10 seconds to go. Triple try on the way for Humes-Kinzer, won't go. And Bradford Academy boards it. They've got one last shot. Can't get it off before the buzzer. And your halftime score remains Bradford 29, Southfield A&T 24. Bradford Academy looking good on the second quarter. Good ball movement and great offensive rebounding by Kenneth Hunter. A&T with some good ball movement and nice finishes, but not enough to get the lead back. Second half action coming right up.
Hi, Meals on Wheels.
I'm Marco. I'm a college student, and I volunteer as a driver for Meals on Wheels.
I think it's awesome meeting these people. I mean, they're so interesting. They've had so many wonderful experiences in life. Your community helps to raise you up into the person that you become. Meals on Wheels is a great way to give back to that community.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Second half on the way. The Bradford Academy Bulldogs stormed back into the lead in the second quarter. Southfield A&T Warriors looking to turn around their fortunes here in the second half. Number 11, Dustin Sims out on top for A&T. Works it left side, sends it back out to Cameron McEvans. Leading scorer for the Warriors. Sims with a nice pull-up J. Cuts the lead to 3. A&T coming out with good energy. Right back at you, Bradford Academy. Number 14, Kenneth Hunter with the touch in the key. Andre Floyd drives. He's tied up. And ref blows a whistle on number 5, Cameron Burton. Had most of the ball, but he also had a little bit of the hand and arm of Andre Floyd. First team foul for the Bulldogs here in the second half. Inbound pass tipped and stolen by Bradford. And back on the floor, number 1, Percy Red has recovered from that fall he took in the second quarter with a nice finish on the drive. Ball tipped back in. Gets in the hands of the big man, Brandon Baldwin. Can't get the shot to go, but he's fouled. Nice job recovering the handle, able to pull a shot off with the double team all over him. Again, good to see Percy Red on the floor. Looks like he's fully recovered. Beautiful drive on the left side for him. Just 4 players on Coach D. Burke's bench. He made full use of them in the first half, regular substitutions. Baldwin gets the second. 6-point lead now for Bradford Academy. Now in 15, Romaine McKinney for the Bulldogs. Percy Red looking for a little help on the full court press by A&T. Nice spin move. Dribble, drive, shot, no. And a beautiful outlet by Baldwin, finding Marcus Fuqua all alone. Great board and outlet by Baldwin. And Fuqua tips it away. He's fired up. A&T within 4. Referee's been pretty quick on the whistle all game long. And whistle that time on Marcus Fuqua. Came down on the arm of Hunter as he was looking to steal the ball. First team foul on A&T here in the second half. Nice poke steal by Cameron McEvans. Can't recover it as it rolls out of bounds. Great hands by the point guard for A&T. Warriors in a matchup man-to-man. Percy Red looking to penetrate, gets the pass off, shot no. Baldwin tips it, controlled by number 11, Dustin Sims. He'll pull the trigger from three land and get nothing but net. Dustin Sims pulls the Warriors within one. Percy Red's pass tipped out of bounds by Southfield A&T. Warriors came out here in the third quarter, fired up. 5-point lead down to 1. Bradford Academy looking to settle things down. Davion Stewart and Percy Red in the backcourt. Percy Red pulls up from the free throw line. That won't go. Another rebound by Brandon Baldwin. Kick out, triple from the corner is good. 2 in a row for Dustin Sims. And with that, Southfield A&T is back on top, 35-33. Timeout in the action. Southfield A&T's come out on fire here in the third quarter. Head coach Dee Burks trying to slow things down. Fans, remember, you can see all of the great games of the week on our YouTube channel, Southfield Multimedia Services. There you can find episodes of Cable 15 News, Business Matters, The Author's Den, and on Southfield Multimedia Services Sports, you can find the Game of the Week. This game and all the other great games you've seen here on Cable 15 are archived for you on YouTube. Southfield Multimedia Services on YouTube. Check us out. Southfield A&T working their way back into the lead here early in the third quarter. Assistant coach Dave Denham coaching up Andre Floyd. Warrior coaching staff gave him the magic words at halftime, and the Warriors have come out firing on all cylinders. Bradford Academy looking to get their train back on track. A&T with good bounce here in the third quarter. Tipped by Cameron McEvans. This time it went off of Bradford Academy. Just dialing up the defense a little bit has made a big difference here in the third quarter so far for the Warriors. Back out on top to McEvans. They'll work it left side. Southfield A&T saw something they didn't like. We've got another timeout in the action. 4:30 to go in the third quarter. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, if you're interested in seeing how things get done in your community and how your government makes decisions, every other Monday at 7:30 p.m., watch the viewing of your Southfield City Council meetings right here on Cable 15. They'll air right after your Monday game of the week. City council meetings are where you see your elected officials and your community members who want to give their 2 cents worth to the government. Every other Monday at 7:30, right here on Cable 15. Lull in the action. The crowd here at Bradford Academy anxiously awaiting something to break out for their Bulldogs. So far in the third quarter, it's been Warriors ball. A couple of three-pointers by Dustin Sims and a couple of turnovers by Bradford Academy have put A&T back in the lead. Bradford Academy stays man-to-man. Kinzer sends it to the corner in the left. And they'll work it back out on top, Andre Floyd. Dribble drive. Here's Kinzer now driving right side. Jump off the glass, no. And board pulled down by Steve Smith. Nice drive on the left side by number 5, Cameron Burton. Count the basket. Right into the teeth of that A&T defense, and he gets the shot to go despite all that contact. Great effort by Burton. Burton at the line looking to complete the three-point play and put his Bulldogs back on top by 1. His miss boarded by A&T. A&T throws it away. Pass too high for Dustin Sims to come down with it. Bradford Academy fired up about that turnover. All even up at 35. Midway through the third quarter. Bradford Academy Bulldogs pushing it up. Burton drives, scoops, won't score it. Cameron McEvans with the long board. He'll push it up. Terrell Humes-Kinzer pulls the trigger from 3. No. Another board and a big outlet by Steve Smith. Drive all the way to the hole. Big man Brandon Baldwin hustling back on D. Stops the free throw. Head coach D. Burks looking for an intentional foul. I don't think he's going to get it. Brandon Baldwin went up for the ball. A lot of contact. Sent Davion Stewart to the floor. And now Stewart is at the free throw line shooting 2. Warriors coach has got to love the hustle from Brandon Baldwin getting all the way back down to stop that layup. Caleb Banks comes in to replace Baldwin. And Jeremiah Reed also back in for the Warriors. Banks boards the miss. Spin move by Caleb Banks. Spin move was nice, but there to block it, number 32, Steve Smith. Humes-Kinzer on top. Pass in the corner. Three-pointer on the way. Whistle and no basket. Andre Floyd. Beautiful stroke on the 3, but the ref said he took an extra step. Nearly stolen pass tipped away by Caleb Banks. Both teams have been stuck on 35 for a while. Backcourt violation. Correction, he just stepped out of bounds. McEvans chases it down for A&T. Working against Percy Red. Crossover, step back, three-pointer won't go. Beautiful offensive board. Working hard, number 13, Andre Floyd. Going for the block was 32, Steve Smith. No doubt about the contact. Great aggressive play both ways. Floyd looking to put his Warriors back on top from the free throw line. Gets the first. Johnson and Jones back in for Bradford Academy. A couple of sets of fresh legs. Free throw was missed, but Bradford Academy stumbling out of bounds, trying to come up with that rebound. A&T will get another crack at it. Ball tipped by Kenneth Hunter, and then tipped by Terrell Humes-Kinzer. Couldn't come up with it. A&T full court press. Looking for a turnover. Bradford Academy patiently gets it across midcourt. Nice crossover. Not quite sure what the buzzer was about. 2:38 to go here in the third quarter. Referee working it out with the scorer's table. And looks like that was just an inadvertent buzzer. It's Bradford ball. Pass in, nicely put up and in by Kenneth Hunter. And Percy Red with the steal. Driving up, no, but there with a follow, Davion Stewart. Back-to-back buckets by the Bulldogs. And they're back up by 3. Andre Floyd stopped. Three-pointer on the way, no. Scramble underneath. Bradford Academy with the board. A&T still man-to-man. Carrying the basketball. The violation called against Bradford. That little hop jump step without dribbling. No question about the violation. Bradford Academy with tight pressure on the inbound. A&T able to break it. Terrell Humes-Kinzer tries to get it up and in. No, but Caleb Banks there for the board. Nice little reverse kiss off the glass for 2. One-point ball game. Davion Stewart able to recover. He hands off to Percy Red. He drives left side, pops. A little short on the jumper. Tipped away. Bradford Academy comes down with it. And reset on top with Stewart. 1 minute to play here in the third quarter. Nice pass down low to Percy Red. Point guard working in the key. Can't get his shot to go, but he draws the foul. Caleb Banks knew he was going to get the call. Not a lot of contact, but when you wind up and swing like that, the referees can't help but blow the whistle. Percy Red shooting 2. These Bulldogs now up by 2. A&T came out guns blazing here in the third quarter. Able to get the lead back for a moment. It's been back and forth ever since then. Bradford Academy maintaining composure. They're up by 3. Dribble drive, no. And recovered by Bradford Academy. Stewart pushing it up for the Bulldogs. Triple try from the left side off the rim, no. Hunter there with the offensive board. Turnaround jumper, no. And tipped out of bounds by A&T. 33 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Bradford Academy looking to extend their 3-point lead. Kenneth Hunter, just a rebounding machine here in this game so far. Varsity Red resets all the way back out at half court. Tight D by the Warriors. And he lost it, and this time he does lose it. Percy Red looking for the drive, just lost the handle. Good defense by number 24 for the Warriors. Andre Floyd, shake and bake right side off the glass. Nice fake look to his big man, and he just kept it and shot the jumper. Three-pointer on the way, won't go. A&T with the big comeback here in the third quarter. And we go into the fourth quarter with a 1-point ball game. Nice looks by the Warriors early in that third quarter, but Bradford Academy able to turn up the D, keep their lead. They've got a 1-point lead going into the fourth quarter. Which way is it going to go? You got to come back for the rest of the action. Coming up next.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds. Stop the texts. Stop the wrecks. Visit us at stoptextstopwrecks.org.
All set for your fourth quarter action. And we've got a good one here from Bradford Academy. Southfield A&T able to carve into that lead. It's just a 1-point game. Bradford Academy looking for the home court victory. And Cameron McEvans, been a ball hawk the last few minutes, able to tip it away and off of Davion Stewart. So it's a turnover. A&T basketball to start the fourth quarter. McEvans has cooled off since the first quarter in terms of points, but he's been playing fantastic defense. That three-pointer well off the mark for Cameron McEvans, uncharacteristic. Percy Red sends it into Stewart. He's double-teamed in the corner, but able to get away. And a big drive on the left side. No, but guess who's there for the offensive board? Kenneth Hunter. He's not a big body underneath, but he knows how to get in the right position. 3 times for Southfield A&T. Number 4, Marcus Fuqua, drills the three-pointer. And playing aggressive defense, he picks up a foul call there. Bradford basketball. A&T now with 5 team fouls here in the second half. Double team again beaten by Bradford. Percy Red with the free throw line jumper, no. Hunter almost got another offensive board. Andre Floyd able to come up with it. He'll stop and pop, and it's good. 2 points for Andre Floyd. And Southfield A&T has worked their way back into the lead. Cameron McEvans steals it, scores it. Beautiful defense by the point guard, and he finishes his own drive. Southfield A&T back up by 4 here early in the fourth quarter. While we've got a break in the action, remember Cable 15 Sports covers all of your sports action in high school football, basketball, swimming, volleyball, baseball, wrestling. It's all here. And watch for our new show, Follow the Season. This is a behind-the-scenes look at one of your favorite local teams. You get to know the players, the coaches, see how they work out, see how they strategize, and plan for success as they reach for glory. Follow the Season right here on Cable 15 Sports. Southfield A&T turning up the defensive heat on Bradford Academy, and it pays off early here in the fourth quarter. Warriors back in the lead, now up by 4. Bradford Academy calls a timeout. They'll reset. Just 9 players on the roster tonight for Bradford Academy. You got to wonder if fatigue is going to become a factor for them as we move deeper into this ball game. Cameron Burton gives it to Red. He dishes to Stewart. Drives left side. Stopped there by Brandon Baldwin, but big body check by Baldwin. Gonna get the foul every time. Stewart at the line, shooting 2. Makes on the first. $16 fouls now for A&T. 1 more, and Bradford will be in the bonus. Stewart able to swish both free throws. 2-point ball game. Dish down into the corner to Fuqua. Dishes in a nice drive and finish on the right side by the Warriors. Nice finger roll off the glass. Coming back the other way. That won't go, but nicely boarded by Steve Smith, and he was able to get the putback down. 2-point lead for A&T. And another offensive foul call. After 3 in the first quarter, Andre Floyd runs into Kenneth Hunter, and they call him for the offensive foul. And the defensive pressure by A&T results in another turnover. Ooh. Referee said Steve Smith was out of bounds. Looked like his foot was inbounds. No replay in high school, though. Nice quick inbound pass from McEvans to Andre Floyd. And he's fouled on the way to the rack. He'll be shooting 2. Tight ball game throughout the second half. Biggest lead of the ball game was back in the first quarter when A&T went up by 9. Bradford Academy fought back. They led most of the second and third quarters. And now A&T has bumped it out to a 3-point lead here in the fourth. Nice dribble drive by Smith, gets his own rebound and puts it back up and in. Coach says that's why you follow your shot. Nice drive on the left side by Marcus Fuqua for Southfield A&T. Stewart handling for Bradford. He's double teamed, gets it off to Smith. He's double teamed, gets it back to Stewart. Warriors playing aggressive D here in the fourth quarter. Taking lots of chances. Step back by Smith, no. Nearly got his own board. Marcus Fuqua comes up with it. Trying to regain the handle. And called for the double dribble. Or just out of bounds. Bradford Academy finds themselves down 3. Tight defense by the Warriors. Playing a role with that here in the fourth quarter. Driving the left side by Hunter, no. Fought for and boarded by A&T. Drive left side, beautifully laid in off the glass. Great D. Great finish for the Warriors. Another steal. Marcus Fuqua tried to hit his man underneath. Dustin Sims finds the open man in the corner. That three-pointer won't go. It's out of bounds over the backboard. Southfield A&T turning up the heat on D. Terrell Humes-Kinzer back in the game for the Warriors. Starting 5 still out there for Bradford Academy. They played a lot of minutes. Arms and legs starting to get a little heavy. Discussion at the scorer's table. Got things figured out. This time Cameron McEvans called for the foul on the inbounds pass. That's the 8th team foul on Southfield A&T. Bradford Academy at the line will be shooting 1-1. Forearm to the head on that reach. No question about the foul. Andre Floyd, Dustin Sims, Terrell Humes-Kinzer, Brandon Baldwin, and Cameron McEvans on the floor for A&T. Coach D. Burks not looking particularly satisfied with the situation. Free throws good by Red. We've got a 3-point ball game. Kinzer handles, hands off to McEvans. A little shake and bake inside. Humes-Kinzer from the corner won't go. Tipped up, and Percy Red comes down with it. He'll push for the Bulldogs. Drives, can't get it over the rim. Cameron McEvans fighting, recovers. Brandon Baldwin able to move the ball forward. Look underneath, couldn't come up with the handle. Referee says it was off the Bulldogs. A&T basketball. 3:38 to go here in the fourth quarter. Number 21, Caleb Banks, sophomore, checking back in for A&T. Dustin Sims, Andre Floyd to pull from the free throw line and score it. Quick stroke for Floyd, gets 2 for the Warriors. Percy Red breaks the press. He'll drive, he'll score. Beautiful little floater from down low. 3-point ball game, back and forth action. Cameron McEvans. Little dribble drive, spin. Gets the shot off, count the bucket. Cameron McEvans working hard in the key. Stewart on the D definitely drew the contact, and McEvans gets it to go. And that basket is good. He's at the line looking for the 3-point play. A&T up by 5. Make it 6. Just over 3 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Percy Red breaks it again. Dribble drive off the glass right side. Percy Red taking over for Bradford Academy. Applies the defensive pressure. Long three-pointer won't go. Smith boards it. Outlets it to Burton, and he is fouled by Anthony Davis. Back and forth between Davis and Burton. Referees had the back turned, so no whistle. Correction, that referee did see it, and he's going to tee up Davis for chucking the ball at Burton. First, Burton handed it to Davis, and then Davis just bopped him in the head with it. No question about the tee. Cameron Burton at the line, shooting the technicals. That was definitely not the kind of move that the coaches on Southfield A&T wanted to see in a close ball game with 2:39 to go and your team up by 4. Deep breath from Burton. And he makes the technicals count. Makes them both. We're down to a 2-point lead for A&T. And now Percy Red at the line for his 2 free throws. He was fouled to start all of this. One left, and it's going to be Bradford basketball after these free throws due to the technical foul. 4 for 4 from the line, and we've got a tie ball game with 2:39 to go. Bradford Academy basketball. It's a whole new ball game after the 4 free throws, and now the possession by the Bulldogs. 3-pointer on the way from the left side. That's off the mark, but Smith boards it. Another 3-point attempt for Red. This one won't go. And Cameron McEvans comes down with a long rebound for the Warriors. Crossover, dribble, drive, can't get it to go. But Caleb Banks there for the offensive board, and he's fouled on the putback. Great hustle by Banks after the drive by McEvans. All tied up. 2:12 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Banks at the line for Southfield A&T. Huge turnaround after the foul and technical against A&T. 4-point play for Bradford Academy has tied it up. Banks looking for one of his 2 free throws. No good, and there on the board is Hunter for Bradford Academy. Percy Red sends it to the corner for the 3-pointer. No. Smith boards it. Burton on the way with 3. That won't go. Caleb Banks boards it, and here comes Cameron McEvans. He'll drive it against 3 players, and he gets it to go off the glass. Cameron McEvans coming up big here in the fourth quarter. Percy Red breaks the press. He'll drive right side. He'll shoot, no good. Out of bounds. Bradford Academy basketball. Caleb Banks couldn't come up with that rebound, went off of his leg. And Bradford Academy looking to cut into that lead. Nice steal by Southfield A&T. Andre Floyd on the steal. Caught a swat in the face, and we've got a timeout in the action. Fans, remember, you can follow Cable 15 Sports on Twitter. Find out when the next game will be covered, the time the game will air, all the scores, all the highlights. It's there on Twitter at Cable 15 Sports. Since you're already on Twitter, check out Cable 15 Sports' Instagram page. And you can see photos of the game, Instagram, Twitter, 2 more great ways to find out about the game of the week at Cable 15 Sports. 2-point ball game with a minute and a half to go here in the fourth quarter. It's been back and forth seesaw action the entire second half. Many runs both ways, a lot of great defense. Both teams gambling on defense, going for the steals. It's A&T basketball. They're holding on to a 3-point lead. McEvans gets it, dishes it, and it's stolen. Actually never possessed, just tipped away. And referee says off A&T. It's going to be Bulldogs basketball here with just over a minute to go. Referee said it went off of Jeremiah Reed's leg. Burton set to put it in play for the Bulldogs. Finds Stewart. He'll walk it back out on top. Bradford Academy setting up, clearing the court for Stewart. He passes down low to Smith, who spins around, shoots it, scores it. And we're all tied up at 61 with a minute to go. A&T stopped at midcourt, able to get it away. Dustin Sims, dribble drive on the right, spins, shoots, scores off the glass. Dustin Sims. Percy Red with the ball. And Bradford Academy resets once again in the half court. Down by 2, half a minute to go. Smith spins, drives, turnaround, no! Boarded by A&T, and the quick foul by Bradford to stop the clock. Warriors up by 2, 23 seconds to go. Bradford Academy had some good looks, but couldn't come up with a basket. And they pull a quick foul to stop the clock. Jeremiah Reed at the line, shooting 1-1 for the Warriors. Anybody's ball game. The all-important front end is good for Jeremiah Reed. 3-point lead, still a 1-possession game. Money for Jeremiah Reed, gets both free throws and a 4-point lead for his Warriors. Stewart not realizing the sense of urgency. His pass is tipped, stolen by A&T. Cameron McEvans wide open, lays it in. Warriors up by 6. That put it out of reach. Long triple try, no good for Bradford Academy, and that's your ball game. What a battle from start to finish, a back and forth seesaw affair. And down the stretch, the Warriors come away with a victory. Your top performers, 12 points for Andre Floyd, Brandon Baldwin big on the boards. Red scored 16 for Bradford Academy. And Kenneth Hunter was a demon on the boards. Your player of the game, winning it down the stretch, number 5, Cameron McEvans. He came out hitting threes, and in the second half, it was all about his defense and ball control, and making the key shots down the stretch. 19 points for their point guard. He pulled down 3 rebounds, had a couple of assists, that beauty to Brandon Baldwin, and making the key buckets down the stretch. He had 1 steal and ice in his veins when it counted. At the end of the game, Cameron McEvans, your player of the game for our game of the week tonight from Bradford Academy. The Bulldogs played their hearts out, but in the end, too many Warriors, too much of the time. Great ball movement, great drives both ways. Percy Red playing hard for the Bulldogs. for all 48 minutes. Down the stretch, though, too many Warriors. Great work around the boards by Brandon Baldwin and Caleb Banks. And the Warriors able to finish it out and come away with the victory. On behalf of the entire Cable 15 sports team, I want to thank you for watching the Game of the Week.